not pretend to speak like an economist, but from what we see happening, by the way, borrowing, I doubt it has been the major problem. I mean, Ruto touted the former regime as a borrowist approach, like they are just borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. That was not the problem. And you can now see that the president is deep into borrowing himself. So I think that governments cannot survive without borrowing, but the issue for us as a country is what do we do with the money we borrow, number one. Number two, what do we do with the self-sabotage mentality that the country seems to have? You are going to China, you are given 1-2 trillion, you want to come and do with it something, let's say SGR, and do this and that, infrastructure, whatever. Then after 2 years of the money borrowed, or even 5 years, you cannot see the exact same thing you went to borrow the money for. This is where the problem is. And so the people around the president must accept that. And right now there's a problem, global problem, because there is Russia, you can see how it is behaving, there is US, there is Europe, then now, of course, North America as a whole, including Canada, then there is now China. We have an opportunity here to be assisted and given funding without even borrowing. Why? Because the big brothers are fighting, and they are trying to endear themselves to such places like Africa, the Latin Americas and other, geographical areas. So you can get a grant. Instead of having to borrow, you can be given a grant that you don't have to pay back. So it really depends on what men and women at Foreign Affairs Ministry are doing, and whether they understand how China is operating and what it wants to achieve. And then you heard in Parliament, they were discussing about Russia giving free fertilizer and all that. I'm not going there, but I'm trying to give you an example. You might be given a grant, and then when you come here, you say, we have been given money which we need to pay back. So give us all the money so that we can pay back. But actually, you have been given a grant, which you don't have to pay back. So for me, it is the issue about how we govern, the governance issue around budgets, around our money. How is the public procurement, public finance? How is it managed? Is the law being followed to the letter? The answer is no. And that is why you see we are putting the country into deeper debts every single day, every month. If we managed what we collect, even in a moderate way, we would be borrowing less. So for me, it is what we do with the money we get, what we do with the money we borrow. We sink it deep into self-sabotage, of course, through corruption, through greed, through wanting to create sort of a mini country around your place, around yourself, around your space. This is where the problem is. Everything we collect through KRA, everything we collect, we get from loans and grants, if we dedicated even, let's say, 85% of that to honest development as intended, we will not be having a problem. But people have insatiable greed, and every single activity you try to open a window to see how money can be pilfered. This is the problem we have as a country. Yeah.
Yes. Let me just add a little.